Hey guys, it's Software Engineer 101. Today we're going to cover a C# application to hit a stock API and get stock data. I'm going to be using the AlphaVantage stock API. It's a free open source one. It allows up to 500 hits a day on their API or in less than 5 hits a minute. You can pay for a premium key to get unlimited hits per day and more hits per minute, but just the free API or the demo key will work just fine for this video. With that, let's get started. Open up your Visual Studio and go to File, New, Project. Type in .NET Console. Double click on that. Let's name it Alpha Stock API. Alright, make sure solution and project are placed in the same directory and choose the latest .NET framework available to you. Click Create. Alright. First thing after this gets created, we are going to go down outside of the program class. Let's create a separate class here, another class. We're going to name this one Stock Data. Inside of here, we're going to have a public double called Adjusted Close. And then the next one is going to be a public string called Date. Third one is going to be also another string called symbol. This will be the stock symbol. The next one is going to be a double called open. That'll be the open price of the stock. Next will be the high of the day for that stock. After the high, let's do the low. After the low, let's do the close price. Public close, or it's a double, close. And then I think all that's left are these last two, the dividend amount and the volume amount. Oops. Volume will be an integer. Alright. Now we have our stock data class created. Let's go back up to the program class and then your main function. Let's start off with creating our variables that we're going to use. Stock data variables. I suggest that you comment your code. It just helps keep it organized and understand where everything's at. Let's make a double called the stock 100 day total. Let's start it off at 0. And let's do another one with the 50 day total. And then another one with the 20 day total. And let's make an integer called day counter. And a string, just the way I like to print stuff out, so I'm going to call this print out spacer. Let's do 3 spaces in there. Alright, looking good. Let's move down. This is where we're going to set our API key. For this video, we are going to be using the AlphaVantage demo API key. So just name yours demo. This will be the stock symbol variable. For the demo, they allow hits against I think only the IBM company stock. So for just an example, and then let's build the URL here for the API. This URL grabs the last 100 days of a stock's data. Let's call this query URL, and feel free to copy and paste this from the GitHub, or you can type it with me. AlphaVantage.co query function equals time series daily adjusted. And symbol equals our symbol variable. And API key equals our API key variable. After that, we want to say data type equals CSV. You can also do a JSON if you'd rather do that, but in this video we're going to be messing with the CSV file. Alright. Now let's create a web client here. Web client. Alright, after the web client's created, let's create the data string that will actually download the CSV and convert it into a string. And then the logic I'm gonna do here, so you don't have to hit the API multiple times, I'm gonna download the CSV locally on your computer, just on your desktop, and then it's gonna be, the file name is going to be the company's ticker, stock symbol, and then it will have the date. So it will check to see if that file already exists for that company on today, so it won't do another API hit, and it will just go off the current CSV that you have on your local computer, to prevent it hitting the API multiple times and using up your 500 daily limit. So string, we're going to create a date time string with today's date and format it with the symbol. Date time equals symbol plus, let's do a dash plus date time dot now dot toString, and let's format the date time to be month, day, and year for year. Alright, now this is where things are going to get a little more complicated. Let's check to see, let's write the code to do the logical check to see if the file already exists on the system. So CSV file today's day already exists. We are doing this to prevent multiple API calls in one day. In case we want to run different calculations over and over on the same set of data. Alright, so if not file.exist, okay, file.exist, and then here's going to be our string. Let's do, usually when you're messing with file paths, you want to use the @ in front of the string. My user is Gandalf. Desktop. And then +, date time, +, double quotes, .csv. And outside of the double quotes, I need to import the file system.io, so make sure you do that. So hover over this and just press Control period, and it will be like, hey, we're noticed you're using this. It looks like you need to import the system.io library. So once you do that, it'll come up here and add it. And this is exist. So parentheses for our if statement. So in here we'll do file.write all text. Write all text. And this is going to be the same string here. I'm just going to copy and paste. What does it not like? Oh. We gotta say what we're gonna write to this file. So this is our data string. Okay, so this is coming in here and saying, hey, does this file exist? If it does, skip this. If it doesn't, let's create this file with this data from the string that we're pulling out of this URL. Next up, we're going to read in the CSV file to the stream reader. Now, you will probably have to download the CSV helper. All you need to do that, come up here to your project and right click on it and go to Manage NuGet Packages and actually type in CSV helper. Alright, you'll want to search for the CSV helper in the NuGet packages, and this is the one we're going to want to install. And click OK. I accept. Alright, it's going to add that to our project. So down here, where we're going to start reading the CSV file into the stream reader, we're going to do a using stream reader. Reader equals new stream reader. And inside of here, it'll be the same file path here. And then that's it for that line. The line under it, we are going to do another using. This one's going to be CSV reader. CSV equals new CSV reader. And inside of here, inside of the CSV reader, we're going to put in our reader variable and then our object and the culture info.invariant culture. System globalization, we'll have to add that in. Okay. Now inside of this using, we're going to let's start off by creating a list of stock data class that we made. So list stock data, I'm going to call it stock data list equals new list stock data. And this next next part, we're going to read in the csv.read, and then CSV read header, and then we're going to have a while loop that's going to search through the entire CSV and grab data based off of fields that we specify down below. So here, let's create a while loop. Now, while csv.read is going and is true, we're going to start getting data out of this. So get data off of CSV into stock data. Stock data equals new stock data. Now, this is where we start adding things into our object here. So adjusted close equals CSV. Alright, so here it's looking for the date as the timestamp field. It's grabbing the symbol from our previous symbol above variable, the open price in the open column, the high price in the high column, the low price in the low column, closing price in the close column, and then the volume in the volume column, and then the dividend amount in the dividend amount column. So after it grabs this data, and we are still inside of the while loop, let's create some counters to keep track of how far along we are, so we can save off those 20 and 50-day average totals. So increase counter and stock day adjusted total close totals for moving averages calculations. Stock 100-day total plus equals stock data dot adjusted close, and then stock counter plus plus. Oh, our variable is day counter, not stock counter. Alright, next let's create an if statement here to get the 20-day moving total when it's time to hit that moving day. So if day counter equals 20, so we've done 20 sums. Let's make the stock 20-day total equal currently it's going to be the 100-day total at that time, because this is accumulating over time the entire program. Alright, let's copy and paste this right below it. We're going to do the 50-day now. Change this to 50. And change this one to 50. Alright, after both of these, we are going to add the stock data object to the list of stock data. Add, we're going to add that same type into it. So this is going to create a list of all the stock data that we're processing through the CSV so we can access it later on. And then before we exit the while loop, let's print out this data of the stock. So, and we're going to print this out to the console. We're going to use a for each. And we're going to be iterating through the stock data list. And in here we're going to have a pretty big console write line command, so I'm going to copy and paste this from my GitHub as well, and you guys can do the same. Alright, so it's printing out the symbol of the stock, and then it's, remember the spacer variable we created earlier, it's going to just create some spacing so it's nice in the console, and we're going to be doing it for all the same here, all these variables, the open, high, low, close, adjusted close, volume, dividend amount, and then the date. it'll print out really fast, so I'm going to create a lag or a sleep in here. Thread.sleep, and let's say 100 milliseconds. I'm going to control plus here and add these system.threading to the project. Alright. And then we do want to make sure that this printing is going outside of the for loop. Then after we print out all the stocks, I want to print out the 100-day, 50-day, and 20-day moving averages. So paste that from my GitHub. So here we're printing out the 100-day, 50-day, 20-day, and I'm calculating the sum of the 100-day divided by 100, the sum of the 50-day divided by 50, the sum of the 20-day divided by 20. And then last but not least, to keep the console from closing after the project finishes running, we need to do a console read. Alright, looks good, no errors. Let's do a build. Alright, no errors. So I'm going to press F5, or you can click start up here. Let's see how this works. When it first starts running, expand your window a little bit. There we go, it's looking good. IBM, open, high, close, dividend amount, and the date of the last 100 days. And at the bottom here is our calculations for the 100-day moving average, the 50-day and 20-day moving averages of IBM. Now, you can do more calculations here, whatever you're trying to find. You can even create a list of stock tickers to go through. But remember, with this free API demo, you can only do 500 hits a day or up to 5 hits a minute. Well, I hope you guys liked the video. Like I said, it's pretty straightforward. It's an easy to use API. I highly suggest it. It's been easy to work with. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel and like it. Thanks, guys.